Very good morning and welcome to Gombe State Media Corporation. My name is Ibrahim. I'm about to watch this morning show. Good morning, Monday, good morning. We're discussing politics and all ramifications today. General aspect of politics. We come down to and move other local governments. Justice to the question. Video to do just some of our questions. Broadcaster. When he's a vibrant and a politician, but he says he's that statement because from all indications, any thinking that is Kali, by the time you see him on our screen, you do that.
Thank you very much.
My usual analyst or presenter.
Thank you very much. Good morning, viewers, and thanks for having me.
Before we start properly,
thank you very much. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, Gombe. Of course, good morning, Nigeria. My name is Umar Usman Kaltungo, like the uncle mentioned earlier. I'm a broadcaster, I'm a veteran broadcaster actually. I've worked across the country in different departments of this industry. I actually was the one that set up Progress TV here, Liberty TV in Kaduna, JKD TV in Kaduna. Even recently, just I left Abeokuta late last year when I went there to set up a brand new radio station, Zen's FM. And I'm also a member of the immediate past board of this Gombe Media Corporation. I'm a card-carrying member of APC for that. Don't forget that one. And then, of course, I'm a small politician from Gombe South in Kaltungo. I'm about 60 years old, so more like retired but not tired. I still contribute to the industry by doing some investigative documentaries and all that here and there. I recently did one on money, and of course, while I was in the grazing reserve, I was there not too long ago, and we have seen the challenges, we have discussed and come up with some solutions kind of. And then of course I'm a bona fide Kaltungo man. My mother and father, they are all from Kaltungo, so I'm not a mixed blood. And so I'm a Gombe South man who is very, very patriotic to his place. And I took the name, I adopted the name of Kaltungo several years ago while working in the industry, so that the name of my place will go around. Yes, on the spotlight. I've been a program supplier to Al Jazeera. I've done documentaries for them way back around 2009, 2010. I did documentaries on divorce in our society, forgotten inmates and all that for Al Jazeera on Witness. And so I've been around, and most of my contemporaries are now retired now. Some of them were classmates with people like Gandhi Jato, a former member of Nonsense. He was my secondary school mate from 1 to 5. I finished my secondary school in 1984. So I've been around, and we've seen it all. We have known how things are, either in the industry or in politics.
Yeah, that is a rundown of Mr. Umar Usman Kaltungo's history. Now, based on your statement, you said you're a card-carrying member of APC. Now, let's do it this way. In the north, based on my personal research, so many are decamping from your party to the ADC. Is your party going to see the limelight come 2027 election at all?
laughed at this your question. We are already in the limelight, and if you look at the composition of the ADC right now, is a conglomerate of people from different political parties like LP, LMPP. They all came together to converge in ADC, and then those who were decamping at that time in Gombe State, for example, those who started decamping from APC to ADC at that time were actually supporters of one of the gubernatorial candidates in APC today, who has now refused to go to join them. And unfortunately, the ADC is a divided house now. It's supposed to be a conglomerate convergence, but that convergence is not blending. Already, if you look at 2 days ago, they held 2 separate conventions, state party conventions here. Now we have 2 ADC chairmen in Gombe State. We have Usman Kalala from one faction, and then we have Captain Amuga in another faction of the ADC. We have the Jibril Badi faction, and then we have the barrister Aegis Saidu, former minister, his own faction as well. So, and if you look at the time frame of the INEC timeline for party conventions and all that to take place, in fact, the ADC is holding their own national convention tomorrow. And then even at the national convention, there are 2 factions. You see the Nafi Bala Gombe faction, and then the David Mark faction. And I don't know which faction is holding the convention tomorrow at the national level. So if you look at the timeline of the INEC timetable, and then the level of infractions, the level of distractions, the level of disagreements and fights in the ADC, before they can come together and come up with candidates that will beat APC, it's almost an insurmountable mountain.
You say you're an insurmountable mountain. But based on the time frame, at the same time, the desire of the ordinary man or the real voters, not the big boys that are playing the move at the top. Also, the Arians, let me use this word, I never give a hook about being the will and will of the ADC. I'm glamorous for that particular part, even as much as there is one little crisis. And analysts are saying it is you, the APC men that are causing some of those problems within the ADC because of the momentum the party is gathering.
You see, me, I didn't fear their kind of momentum. Politics is local. If you look at the level of the amount of people, the number of people that registered in APC when we were doing a party revalidation exercise, and by registration revalidation exercise, if you look at the number of people that registered in APC here in Gombe State, for example, and the number of people that registered in ADC during their own revalidation, you will see that there is a marked difference now. We are way far ahead of them. Well, let me be sincere with you. Yes, we have had a few dissenting voices from APC. Naturally, there's a natural phenomenon in our kind of politics here. You get disgruntled politicians who gather together and try to join the opposition to bring down the current people who are there. It's just very unnecessary. I think people should realize that governance is not about personal interests. It's about the interests of the nation, how you can bring progress to the nation. You understand, bring cohesion to the nation. But as long as some people, they are kind of, as long as I'm not the one, then it shouldn't be anybody. That kind of thing. That's the kind of policy that these ADC people are doing. Because they lost out in APC, and they feel that since they are not the person who is on top, they must destroy the nation. No, it is terribly wrong. It's terribly wrong. Which means it shows that those who have been decamping from one party to another, jumping from one party to another, it shows their inconsistency. It shows that there's no ideology in in politics. I mean, politics is about ideology. The APC ideology is that that's progress. That's why we are all Progressives Congress. You understand? But when you say you want to be an all-disruptive Congress, just because you lost out, and then you now want out and now form an opposition, and then you want to take over a party and then try to fight, that's not politics. There is no ideology, it's about self-interest. So if you look at those people, they even consider them as people who have the love of the nation or the love of the state. You understand? You look at them as people who don't want progress of the state. If you want the progress, whoever is there, you just support him so that we progress. You understand? If you want to do opposition, do it from within. You cannot jump out, you cannot be, sorry to use this word, you cannot be from outside and you want to peace in. No, you want to peace out. Understand? That is the be from the inside.
Mr.
Yes.
APC claim to have more than 32 governors and still counting. Same APC have more than half the number of senators and legislators at the National Assembly and still counting. And yet, they are still worried about the build-up of another party. Isn't that a deliberate plan to create a one-state situation? If they have all these resources and still counting, why aren't they bothered? Because from the look of things and from the body language and things they've been happening in the nation now the past 2 weeks, INEC is under the current regime, definitely. It's body, they appointed INEC chairman, and for the short time he has reigned before the election, you see a little bit of policy somersault. He called for voters validation last week. After 2-3 days again, he cancelled the exercise. All these are panic signs. Don't you think so?
Well, let me start with this voters validation thing. You see, the thing is, it is just it's been reasonable, listening as a listening chairman of the institution. People told him that there is no time for validation, considering the timeline of party congresses and all that. People told him that there is no time for it, and then people have to now travel far away. After all, we just told them that people are coming to register more now. People are doing new registrations. People are coming to pick up their permanent voters cards and the rest of it. So they should allow this space for party problems and all that. So you listen to the people. That's why you have a listening government now. You don't know it all. No one is an island. If you say, okay, I want to do this, and people say, no, this is not good for us, you now sit down and you look at it and say, okay, you're right. And that's why you're a government. And that's why you're a people's government. You're not your self-government. You're not doing it for yourself alone. You're doing it for the nation. And the nation doesn't like what you're doing. Of course, you reverse. And that's why even the president listens. And even the any chairman copies from him, okay, our president is a listening president. If people say they don't want this, he will reverse. And so let me also reverse this, because apparently people don't like what is happening. There's a lot of logistics involved in this revalidation thing. And so revalidation has been postponed till after the elections, so that before the next round of elections will come in 2031, you would have done all your validation and every other thing you want to do. But you can't just come now and say you want to do this within a very short time when the election is around the corner. It's difficult, and that's why he understands and he reasons. And that's why, you see, education is about reasoning. Now, as a professor, you reason. Most of the thesis you write as a professor, you reason. It is reasoning. You understand? And so you use your reasoning capacity and say, oh yeah, that's true. Instead of wasting money on doing that and maybe achieving nothing with it, let's just hold on to do this. We use the current, what is currently on the ground before. Now, coming to this issue of one-party state. Nigeria is a multi-party democracy. Do you know the number of registered political parties? Well, in fact, the INEC has even registered a few more political parties recently. You understand? So it is a multi-party democracy. And like I said, a lot of people want to join the ruling party because they want to be part of governance. They think that being in the ruling party is why you will be contented. No. Once you become a president, for example, you are a president for everybody. You're not only a president for your party alone. You're not a president for your state alone. You're a president for everybody. And so that's why the opposition is allowed. This is allowed. But the personal conviction of some people to say, okay, let me join the president because what he's doing is doing a great job. That is a personal decision. You understand? And then, of course, you are coming there to join him and you are coming with your supporters because you have your natural supporters who are supporting you. Whatever you do, they will do.
You think so?
Yes. Now, there are people who support, let's say, Governor Inu. People like me now, I support Governor Inu. Whatever he does.
There is a assumption that most of these decampings into the ruling party are decamping for certain materialistic benefit. And you think they carry along with them the whole of their community? What other do right consultation before those decamping?
What other materialistic benefit? Okay, look at Charles Soludo, for example, the governor of Anambra State. He is not decamping for Abga, but he is working with the president. You understand? He is working with the federal government because he wants progress for his people. It is not about just I must decamp. No, it's not just like that. You understand? The idea of decamping is because of local politics. You understand? It's because of local politics. That's why some people are camping out decamping. If you take, for instance, the issue of Kano, because there are disagreements in NNPP. And you know, this decamping, there must be disagreement. Just like, look at this, what is happening in ADC now. Look at what has happened in PDP. You understand? There are disagreements. So people keep living because you can't be in a divided house. Who will you support? So they prefer a place that is stable. You understand? And there is stability. There is stability in APC. And so that's how people troop into APC because there is stability. APC has never been a divided house.
Very good. Thank God you landed that way because my next question was going to be relevant to that. You analyzed how ADC was divided. You analyzed how it was full of rancor now. Do you think APC also is fair of that? Because let's come back locally to the state now. Recently, let me give you the reason why I feel APC too is not free of that rancor. Recently, we have this the delegation of politicians from Yemal to Deba who paid the governor a courtesy visit, agitating that they want the senatorial seat back to the place now. We have another agitation also, Gombe South now seeking to produce the next governor. Are those not also part of the type of rancors we have in ADC?
No, these are not rancors, sir. I disagree with you. These are not rancors. These are just, agitation is allowed in politics. And the idea of this shifting political office from one zone to another, it is the ideal thing to do. It is the idea for fairness. Take for instance Nasarawa State, for example. Now, what they do in their gubernatorial office is they zone it. Each zone will do 8 years. Whoever is going to be there will be from that zone. Then after that zone, the next zone takes it, and that is what we here in Gombe want. We want it to be zoned too, so that whatever happens, if you look at the leadership of Gombe, it's still the creation of the state. Gombe South has never produced a minister. We have never produced a governor. And we were actually at the forefront of the fight for the creation of the Gombe states. You understand? And we have never ruled the state. You understand what I'm saying? And so agitation is allowed. It is the interest of the people that you look at. You understand? Agitation is allowed. But that agitation is not fights in the party. It's not a fight. And that's what they want to do, but they are right. They have never produced a senator. They have never produced a senator. Goja has been their senator since 2011. For nearly 20 years now. You understand? And so if you look at the community of the people who are, because is there any other gubernatorial aspirant in the other political parties in this state apart from that one in the APC? There is none, for example. The ADC is already fighting itself, so there is no gubernatorial aspirant there yet. You understand? No. But in APC, we have about 7 or 8 or about 9 gubernatorial aspirants who are probably even currently meeting with the governor now to decide what do we do. But then, agitation for Gombe South to produce one. If you look at almost all the candidates that are coming to contest for governorship in APC are from Gombe North. The governor himself is from Gombe North. The immediate past governor, Bankondo, is from Gombe North. When are we going to become?
Mr. Usman.
So the agitation is allowed in politics.
But there's a thin line between agitation and rancor, if you ask me.
There's no rancor. Agitation, if you are right to agitate for, fight for what you want for, but not fight the party. And that is why they are coming to meet the governor, the leader of the party in the state, to say, okay, this is what we want. This is our request. We need your support. They are not saying that if you don't support us, we will leave. No.
Same way ADC is fighting for a change in the presidential, the same agitation.
ADC is fighting within themselves. And that's why they are divided. They are not united. Those people that came together are united in purpose. Just like we have a unity of purpose that we want to push for governorship to come to Gombe South. Let us, it's only fair and just.
Mr. Osman,
yes, sir.
Do you see Gombe South being capable of governor? Because if you look at Gombe South critically, and that is where you are from, likewise, do they have that unity of purpose? Come up with one voice. One. Two. Due to marginalization of the previous government that has been in power to date, do you see them coming together to concur and accept a candidate in the position? Because as it is now, there was tourists flying around. There is not any gentleman from Gombe.
There is.
South that is agitating for.
There is. Let me tell you something. Only recently, the coalition of community development associations in Gombe South, in the whole of Gombawa, came together here in Gombe Town last week to hold a meeting. You understand? To discuss this agitation we're talking about. So there is unity of purpose already. It doesn't matter which party any candidate is coming from. So far, in APC, that is the ruling party, and that is where we are hoping that the APC will retain power in Gombe State. Understand? And that is why we want to have the governors buy-in to support a Gombe South candidate to come and we already have very qualified individuals that can come out and contest for governorship. People like Engineer A.M. Bappa, former Commissioner for Works, who knows what governance is. Because if you look at, when you say marginalization in the state, where have we been marginalized apart from governorship office? We have had several commissioners. We have had even the current Secretary of State Government is from the South. We have had deputy governors. We have had party chairman. We have had board members, people like me who was also a board member in the year past board of this corporation. You know, we have had, there's no marginalization. In terms of work, what Governor has been doing, he has no marginalizations.
You are talking about personal position being given signals. I'm talking about infrastructural development. We are from but the building people are complaining.
You see, let me tell you, the complaint of elderly people is only one that I know of, and which is about their general hospital. But every other aspect of infrastructure that was given to other local has been given to elderly. I was in Pal. I saw the school we built there with upstairs. I saw the roads there. You understand? I was there myself. Before the 2023 elections, since before the I saw all these ones. I saw the new markets in Middle Town. I saw the Kalkulu primary school. You understand what I'm saying? I saw the one in Pai. So what are you talking about? It is only that hospital, because they saw Kalkulu hospital has been upgraded. So they also want the same thing, and that has not been done. Like I said, government is a continuum. And then now, we even have a national orthopedic hospital led by, and supported by, even the reps that sponsored that bill, came to thank Governor for support for that one.
For providing the land.
Exactly. You understand? To take off and all that. You understand? So I don't know what other material within the Subeg, for example, former Subeg, Zubeg or Subeg chairman. It's a military.
And there's even a proposal for upgrading the hospital also. That I talked about it in visit to the government.
Exactly.
There's a proposal for the upgrading. A quick write up to what the question he just asked you. Let me come up with this one, a very, very sensitive one, which he didn't touch. I just went before we let it off. The type of politics they play in Gombe South, complicated type of politics, and I'm sure that was why he asked us question whether they're going to be united behind a particular Gombe play their kind of politics alongside religion also too. Gombe South is believed to have been Christian dominated with deep rooted equa ideology. Do you think with that type of ideology they will be able to unite and back depending of the kind of candidate you're going to feature from there and his faith? How possible do you think there'll be going to be a smooth transition?
You see, the thing is,
Mr. Osman, we will come back and you take off from there. Just keep that question. That is where we that is where we go for a break now. When we come back, Umar Usman will continue as our guest today in the program. Good morning, Gombe. Good morning, our nation. Stand by.
Ba mai korafi GMTV sanadin gwamnan